Well, my sincere pleasure to welcome Wes Welker to the set of CLNS Media here in Boston for a very worthwhile event. It's the Leonard Hair Transplant Associates charity bartending event to benefit the Young Fight Strong for the Lifespan Institute, Cancer Institute in Providence. Wes, why is that a big deal to you to help out these kids with moms fighting cancer?
Well, obviously, you know, those families are going through such hard times, and having the great relationship with Dr. Lopresti and Dr. Leonard, and Dr. Lopresti's wife, you know, being the head of that
Institute.
Yeah, the
right,
institute.
And Young Fight Strong.
Right. You know, it's just a very cool event, and some we've done kind of over the years, and always enjoy coming back and being a part of it.
Coming back to Boston, what kind of feelings go through your mind?
Oh man, there's so many. You know,
I can imagine.
Just love being in the city and you know, kind of walking the streets and you know, especially this time of year.
Right.
You know, it's just such a beautiful place. I always said, you know, Boston, like 4 months out of the year, is like the best place ever.
Yeah, but you've played in a lot of cold weather here. Did the cold ever bother you as a receiver? Or a kick returner, for that matter?
Yeah, I mean, it did, but you almost have to take your mind to a different place. And, you know, I'm glad I don't have to go to that place anymore.
No, you are certainly in a warmer climate in Houston, working, of course, with Billy O'Brien, head coach down there. You're an assistant coach, working with the special teams and the offense. And the other coach that I think people here in New England might be forgetting about is Brad Seeley. He had a great run here in New England, and obviously, you know, Brad Seeley is one of those special team coaches that we all know about, like Joe Judge, the current coach here in New England. Very intense, or how would you describe Brad?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, he's a great teacher, and you know, he keeps it very simple and very direct to the players, and you know, has a great energy about him, and I'm definitely learning a ton from him. You know, not only from when I played for him, but you know, now coaching with him and really being able to pick his brain on exactly what he's thinking.
Was last year a culture shock to you? Last year was your first year there, right?
Yeah, it was. It was more just the learning of all my responsibilities.
Right?
Yeah, like
a year-long orientation.
You do that, and I'm like basically starting from ground zero with computers and everything else, and just having to figure it out. And it was like, here's a book, figure it out. And it was like, oh boy.
You're doing more offensively or special teams, or is it split
more
down?
Offensively. Yeah.
So what is that like? Your responsibilities with Billy O'Brien, what is that like?
Well, last year I was with the wide receivers, and this year I'm working with Tim Kelly, our tight end coach, with the tight ends, and just really want to learn the run game and the pass protections, and you know, all those things that you know, I think will be good for me down the road.
I'm sure you've heard this and heard this question a million times when you compare Billy O'Brien and Bill Belichick. And playing for them, now coaching for Billy, what's the difference in their personalities?
Yeah, well, yeah, they're definitely different personalities, you know.
I mean, we can see that on the surface, but you know them on a totally different level.
Right, yeah. I mean, they're both very smart, you know, come from the same tree, look for the same type of players. You know, it's the same offense, same defense. You know, we have Rack there. It's our defensive coordinator. So it's a lot of it is very much the same. But you know, Billy, you know, is his own man, and you know, you pretty much get that from the get-go. But a great guy to work for and learn from, and definitely learn a ton.
How do you think Mike Vrabel will do in Tennessee?
I think Mike will do well. You know, he's always been a smart player, one of the smartest players I ever played with, and you know, works extremely hard at it, really understands the game, and understands all the little nicks and knacks of, especially at linebacker position that he played for so long, and then really understanding like offense and defense as a whole. And so the guys love him, and you know, got a lot of respect for him, and I think he'll do well.
I think there have been other coaches that have said this who have been former players who didn't get a Super Bowl ring as a player but still pursuing that ring as a coach, and it would mean in some estimation, in some players' estimation, just as much. How much would it mean to you to get a Super Bowl ring in Houston?
Yeah, I mean, it would be awesome, you know. I mean, that's why we're all here, you know. That's
Sure.
the ultimate goal, is to win a ring. So, you know, that's what we're all working towards.
What would it mean to be, you know, seeing the Patriots on opening day? What will that be like?
I'm excited about it. I think it'll be fun. I mean, there'll be a lot of adrenaline going through me for sure. Just for being the first game of the year and being here in New England, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be pretty cool.
How different is Deshaun Watson from Tom Brady? I mean, that sounds like an obvious question on the surface in their styles, but just the way they approach the game. I mean, you've played with arguably the GOAT, greatest of all time, in Tom, and now you're watching Deshaun Watson, a spectacular talent. I mean, he single-handedly beat the Bengals right before he almost beat the Patriots.
Right. No, I mean, he's a great football player, and obviously does, you know, has a lot of the same type of mentality that, you know, Tom does, and wanting to win and compete and do all those things. And so it'll be exciting to see what happens this year.
Is there something about Tom that you think people don't know? I mean, so much has been written and said, and he himself is even on social media so much. But is there something about Tom that you don't think people appreciate? About his personality, about the way he approaches the game, the way he approaches life off the field?
I think of just, you know, how understated he is with, you know, who he is. You know, he's very understated with, you know, who he is. He, you know, doesn't like he'll brag in a joking manner, but you know, he's never. I don't know. He's
one of the hardest workers you've ever been around.
Oh, for sure.
No question.
Yeah, no doubt.
What about your image now? Dr. Lopresti, working with Dr. Lopresti and Dr. Leonard, what has that meant to you and your image on and off the football field?
Yeah, no, it's been great to have a relationship with Dr. Lopresti and Dr. Leonard, and you know, they're both such great individuals, and you know, shoot, saved my hairline a while back, and it's still going strong. So, you know, it's been a great relationship that I've had, and give me an opportunity to come up here once a year and see some old friends and see Boston again.
You know, a lot of people joke about it, but it matters, right? I mean, image does matter. When you're an athlete, that's what you know, obviously have your performance, Wes.
Right.
But image is a big deal to any athlete.
For sure. Absolutely. You know, how you carry yourself, how you are on the field, how good your hairline is, it all runs together.
And in town is WES WELKER for a great cause. The Dr. Robert Leonard Hair Transplant Associates charity bartending event. It's a great cause to benefit Young Fight Strong for the Lifespan Cancer Institute in Providence, Rhode Island. Wes, thanks so much, and welcome back to town.
No, I appreciate it.
You bet. Thanks.